So, hello everyone. Right now, I'm going to tell you guys about my opinions towards the statements that Miss Putu gave me about 2 weeks ago. And so, let's get started. So, the first statements is watching people while they are eating. So in my opinion, it's a bit rude because somehow not all of the people like or feel okay when they are watched when they are eating while they are eating. I mean, some people feel like kind of uncomfortable with people who are paying attention to them or watching what they are doing, and everything usually depends on how people react to those who are watching them. If they are feeling okay with that, if they are okay with that, so maybe it's not really that rude for them, right? And a second statement is using a handkerchief in public. Actually, people bring and use a handkerchief for their own reasons. Some people usually use it to blow their nose or sneeze into, and maybe some people use it to wipe their sweats, right? And for me, it's not rude at all because I just find it when people need to blow their nose, they have to use a handkerchief, and I think it's a way more polite. I mean, what's so wrong with them? What's so wrong with that? Like, can you imagine when you actually sneeze in public and you know that thing come out from your nose and you would actually end up use a handkerchief. So the third statement, eating with your left hand, I think it's not rude at all because some of the people are being left-handed and we can expect them to use their right hand, and sometimes it depends on the situations you're in. I mean, if your right hand is dirty and you're like in the middle of nowhere and there's no water to be found and you only have your left hand, means you would end up use your left hand instead using your right hand. And maybe also when you're carrying a heavy bags on your right hand and then you have food on your left hand, you would end up like eat it like and don't care about your right hand. And yeah, it's really, if I mean, maybe it's kinda rude for in our country. It's kinda rude, but if you still can use your right hand, why not using it? Move on to the next statement. Keeping your shoes on in another person's house. I'm gonna say this. This is rude, very rude, because when you go to other person's house and you usually step in with your shoes on, no, it's a big no. It's really rude. We don't know about the other people's cultures, and some cultures consider it rude to keep our shoes on in a house, and people find it disrespectful to keep our shoes on in another person's house. So maybe just take it off and then step into the house. So let's move to the next statement. Smoking in the person's home without asking permission. In my opinion, this is very rude because I usually really hate when people smoke around me, especially around my house. And I find it really rude because somehow I have an asthma or a breathing problem, and I just feel like I can't breathe anymore, and it's really rude if someone smoke around me and like they smoke and then they act like nothing is wrong, like, you know, it's true. Next statement, using a person's first name when you've just met them. Based on my opinion, based on our country, it's not rude at all because in here we actually call the people that we've just met with their first name. So I think nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is really wrong with that. Like, it's okay to call them with their first name. And the next statement is starting to eat without saying anything to wish a good meal to people. In my opinion, I actually think it's a bit rude. I mean, when I eat with my friends and my food comes first and I can't hold the hunger any longer and I eat without saying anything, no, it's kind of rude. It feels so wrong for me to start eating first without saying anything, and it's just like when I eat it and yes, my friend will take a quick glance on me, and no, it feels so wrong and I have to be sorry for them. But sometimes people forget and continue eating. I don't know if I find it rude or not rude, but it depends on how people gonna react to my self, and I don't know if they're okay with that. If they're okay, they're okay. I don't know. And next statement, not answering an invitation. I really think it's very rude, because an invitation means when people invite you to go somewhere and you don't answer or reject their invitations, it's possibly hurts their feelings. And I mean, if they invite you, it means you're special enough for them. It means like you're the closest ones. You're the closest one, and maybe also because they invite you because also you're important enough and they actually trust you. And it's very rude to reject an invitation, or maybe without saying anything, and you just don't come to their invitation and like ignore them. It's rude. It's very rude. And next statement, letting a door swing in someone's face. It's actually very rude. It's as the same as slamming the door in someone's face. If you do it in front of people might find you really annoying, and they might think, what in the world is wrong with you? And no, it's a no for me. First, it's annoying. Second, it's impolite. Third, what if there's someone who's standing too close to the door? Can you imagine? The door will hit their face? No. And then, making remarks about the person's appearance and or accent. Talking about appearance and accents, it's very rude when people make remarks about it. It's just like you're making fun of people's uniques or people's characteristic. It's not okay. It will definitely hurt their feelings, and yes, they will always think about how you're making remarks about their appearance or their accents, and they will always remember how you think about them again and again. Asking how much someone earns, I think it's a bit rude. If you ask them without any permission, or ask them just like that, like, hey, how much you earn? It just feels like you're digging deeper into their personal life, their privacy lives. I mean, people might find it rude, very rude. But if someone asks how much people earn for something which is really important and for formal stuffs, and I think it's still okay if we ask politely. Two more. I'm going to talk about my own statements. First, burping in front of people without any permission. I think it's very rude, because in our cultures it's impolite for us to burp in front of the others, but maybe people will be okay if you say sorry first and close your mouth. And then skipping a line. Skipping a line means you're cutting a line. I mean, it's very rude, because based on my experience, I hate it when people cut the line and stand in front of me without waiting first, and literally it's really annoying. Like, I've been waiting for ages, and then they cut the line, and then they go first. Oh my god, no, literally no. Like, who are you? Like, excuse you? And no, it's really annoying for me. It's very rude too. So I think that's all from me. Those are my opinions towards the statements, and I gave 2 statements. And yeah, thank you for all of your attention. Bye bye.